Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Darren here. Welcome back to Total War Rome 2, Vidi et Impera as Rome. We're picking up right where we left off, of course, dealing with an invasion, an attack from Hannibal, surprisingly. And it's a little bit of an anticlimactic one because he's at the head of a transport army that's at sea. So he's going to be there on land with his cavalry units, of which there are 5. And the rest of his army, the 15 units of infantry, will be coming in by boat, and we're going to be looking to take them down with our fleet, much like we just did in the previous episode. Now, to bolster his resolve on land, there's also some elephants again, a couple of cavalry units, and another cavalry unit that is a general that's under strength. This actually looks like the same army that we fought before, but maybe it's the remaining units. Some of the elephants got away, but not this many, I feel like. Anyways, I don't know. We have Lucius Libo, our primus inter pares, our faction leader. He's going to be arriving as a reinforcement. I had nudged him along the order to come in first, but of course he can't take precedence over the garrison. So that means that a portion of these units are not really going to be useful to us. They're so weak, and we won't be able to bring in everything here all at once. So we've got to be careful about that. That was a mistake I made last time. Ultimately, the goal is to take out Hannibal, take out the elephants, and sink the fleet. And hopefully do it all while losing as little as possible. Let's begin. Alright, here we are. We know this map all too well. Of course, it is the one that seems to be bugged, where some of our troops get caught underground. And I think it's the only minor settlement map we fought in the entirety of this playthrough so far. There will be many more to come, I have no doubt, but god damn am I getting sick of this place. Especially now that we know that it's kind of screwed. But what can you do? Right, so here's the elephants, the cavalry. They're actually right outside the walls, so that's maybe actually to our benefit to some degree. So what we'll do is just get our infantry to line up. I don't mind if they die. No offense to them. These little garrison units, these locals. We're trying to muster a full unit. I wish I could tell them not to fight at all, but there's no way to do that, unfortunately. A lot of the time what you'll see people do in this game is actually just send them out to die, but I'm not going to do that. It's a bit too cruel. Oh, also, it's raining on the screen, I guess. So, we'll just hoplite wall up.
Understood. Orders.
Hold the line there as best as possible. Get our little mob in behind. And we have our archers. So, we'll just hope for the best, you know, against the elephants and the cavalry that comes in. If they barrel down that street, we'll be a little screwed, but we'll try to focus on them. Now, our boy, Libo, is going to be coming in from over here this time. So, previously it was a bit more uphill, but now he's a bit further down. Our fleet, of course, are out here. We don't know where their fleet's coming in. Bizarrely, but assuming they come from the same direction they did last time, be roughly out in that direction, right? So let's reorganize similar to how we did in the previous episode and get our raiding Hemiolas organized by strength. And we'll get the first 6 out here, like so, and the following just behind. Maybe I'll just push some of these out to the sides to help. A couple of the heavier ships in the center. The very heaviest ones, including our general, can sit way at the back. Off to the side, because of course we don't want them to get struck by some sort of scorpion. That being said, there's no fleet this time. It is just transport, so we have very little to contend with here. But all the same, want to be careful not to have any units die. Man, it is very dark, isn't it? These guys are so tired. It's like every couple of months they have to come out and do the same kind of battle. They're so starved for strength. If these attacks came at just... If they managed to have a fleet or they managed to land, it would have been so much more interesting because we're really struggling for population. You know, we would have had to fall back or something, but they keep throwing themselves against the fleet. And I guess it's my tactical genius that gives us this situation, right? I did say that we're going to cut their fleet down while it's in port, and we spent many turns kind of turtling away building up our fleet to do exactly this. So I suppose it is just the way it is. Right, we're going to move forward and out to the left. Oh, and Cursor here giving his lovely speech. Beautiful man. He's going to be leading the battle, not Libo. Right, so the elephants are on the move. The cavalry's on the move. The only way they can come in is around this way, or they can go down this way, or they can go that way. It actually looks like they're splitting. I might just see if we can run back then and hold this area, although it might be too late. I might be too slow with that because they are running. We'll see. I was hoping to just draw them in rather easily into one place. Alright, we'll just get moving. So where's our boy? Our boy H. He is all the way down there. So some of them are coming down this way. So let's just turn face forward with these guys.
Your orders. We await your command. Archers.
The archers to face there. Just because I think, you know, we can probably hoplite wall here, which we already are. Hoplite days. And if that cavalry charges me, they're screwed, ideally. Elephants are coming this way too. Oop, they kind of turned and stopped just beforehand. And the general is stopped over there. Well, we could go rush after the general. And what kind of cavalry do we have? We've got these basic cavalry units and the Hippeus. I always want to say Hippeus lances. That's not true. It's the Campanian cavalry that are missile cavalry as well. Alright, the elephants are in there. Let's just target those with everything we got. And the archers especially. So archers, please fire on the elephants. Thank you. The elephants were a little damaged coming into the fight. Now the health of the individual entity won't be really affected, but they might break easier. Now elephants cause fear as well, it's worth noting. Alright, let's go. We're in position. We're highly maneuverable, whereas they aren't. Whoops. I wonder, could we get out and just hit them from the front? It'd be difficult because we have to kind of scramble through this little patch of land here where the water's quite shallow. Elephants are down to 10. They've only lost 1 elephant so far. Oh well, they're doing their thing. Just keep holding. The cavalry's on the way. Now, Libo have kept him back just to be safe and to keep his strength. Ships are doing good. This time intercepting to get in front of them. I suppose maybe it would be good in future to think about deploying there. Oh, maybe not. You know, they could just land on the beach. It'd be very difficult. Hannibal has arrived. His cavalry have made it into the city. He's super quick at getting in here. I might actually not use my cavalry then. I was thinking we could get there before him. Just slow down. Which means it's going to be a GG for the archers that are in the town center. Just keep firing. You know, do what you can. Now.
Support ships at your command. Orders. Ships at your command.
Let's just pull over this way for a second. See you later. Good night. Oh dear.
Sons of Mars. Commander, Mandata, Commander. Ships waiting. Commander, ships.
All right, I'm just reorientating now. We can get some proper shots in, or attacks in. Let's just go that way.
Our missiles await your orders. Ready for duty. Support ships ready.
Just trying to watch the radar to see what Hannibal's doing.
Attack. Ready for
I suppose just go for them. It might be actually able to kill them now. Well, at least he stopped them in their tracks for a second. There we go. Oh my god, the damage that they took. They're almost out. Actually, yeah, they're gone. Actually, you're facing the wrong way. Just do that. Can't ram too quickly after you just do a successful one, so you got to be kind of careful at who you line up with again next. For there are bugs, as we know. Just give some attack orders on these guys and let them kind of figure it out from here. Hopefully they'll work it out.
General, support ships ready. Move out. Brave Romans to
How's the radar? Oh, our cavalry might be under attack. Almost. They're actually converging on them. I was just about caught that. The elephants are there and more cavalry's making their way down the streets. That was a close one. Let's do a rapid advance for these guys.
Support ships at your command.
Turn around for them.
Brave Romans to a man. Support
These guys are taking a lot of missile damage.
Sons of Mars. Ready for orders. Commander.
Do row hard on those guys. Let's turn this way. Maybe you can go there. You can go there. You can go there.
Ready for orders. Our missiles await your orders.
This is a bad idea. They're gonna get done.
Support ships ready waiting. To the oars. Moving out.
All right, we turn. Just go into them. That should be easy. That's done.
Our missiles await your orders.
Try again.
By your command. Give way.
Hey, where are you going? Go forward. Go forward. No, 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 no. Look, just want to illustrate something. I am not clicking that ship, you know? I'm trying to click the water. The water starts here. The ship starts there. What the hell is that about? I was just trying to turn. And they were going backwards because they were set to row backwards. This is my bad, I guess.
Support ships ready and waiting.
Token effort. Okay, it worked.
Move out. Ships
Some of these guys are actually maybe about to land.
ready, willing, and able. Support ships ready.
How's our cavalry doing? They actually kind of got bogged down. Just a little bit. Just keep pulling out. Don't worry about that. Sorry, there's a lot to move at the same time
General,
with these naval maneuvers.
at your command. Support ships.
There we go. Right, just one ship left to go. I don't think we took too many losses. Just one ship, I think.
Ready to attack.
Although these guys, I'm actually sort of just blocking them from landing right now.
Ships waiting.
I think there's elephant. Elephants absolutely destroy cavalry. So if the elephants are grouped up on my cavalry there, it's kind of annoying. Alright, we've given the final attack order, so it should go okay. It's a shame for them to go down so close to the coast, but that's just the way it is. Right, so now you guys get back into the bay. Maybe some of you can go out there. They'll sort themselves out now. Our cavalry actually won the fight, so that's good. Their elephants are in there. Oh, that's it. Wow. I guess when the fleet died, they just bailed? Bit anticlimactic. Even more so. So Hannibal is out. The strategic genius that is Hannibal is like, well, I just watched all the ships go down completely, so I'm out of here. Okay. I guess. I'm not going to give chase any further because, you know, my kind of rule with this is basically it's like, well, if they're kind of out of reach, then that's kind of it. You know, we maybe could have like circled around or something, but we could just assume they'll make it out of here. All right, well, GG. All right, so yet again, Cursor has lost another ship. The garrison were pretty much destroyed. The garrison fleet are actually okay, and Libo remains untouched. Hannibal has seemingly escaped, so that's good. Alright, good for the storyline, I guess. Again, slaves. Take them all. See you later. So this is Hannibal here, because we have a war target on him, so we can see that kind of eagle above him. We'll let him go back, lick his wounds. Maybe he can raise a new army. We can meet him in the field properly. He wasn't in charge of that battle, technically. He was just a supporting commander. He came in and watched a disaster. Maybe he can go back and levy support in his own senate and come back with a better plan. Alright, Cursor again is leveled up. Love to see it. Rank 3. And Brutus. Why is he leveled up? Oh, from fighting Epirus and stuff, I guess. Well, he's just leveled up, even though he's just in patrol stance. Fair enough. Our hidden agent has been exposed. That's alright. They know I'm watching now, so that's fine. And our two characters have returned from their missions. They are, of course, boosting public order in Magna Graecia and in Sicily. Naval maneuvers has been researched. Excellent. Naval traditions for the fleet itself. Allies have confirmed the war target, which is interesting. So Epirus are there. They've just confirmed the war target, which may mean they'll do it. And yeah, Hannibal is still there on the trade route. So possibly. We have new pirates to look out for. Somewhere to do with this. So, oh, right here. Carthaginian pirates. Could that be them? Maybe. It is that region, so that would make sense. Alright, well, we're going to leave Hannibal and leave some of these transports. I'm not going to... Actually, that one would be tempting just to nail them. He's a level 4 general. We could kill either, but I'll be nice to Hannibal just because it's more interesting. We'll see if he ever does anything. I'm just going to go after... Oh, and we got our 2 extra ships. That's nice. So yeah, we're going to go after the Pride of Mago. See if we can just sink them where they are. Yeah, those elephants. I'm definitely taking them down. Good night. Just kill him. Alright. And then we'll just go back. Maybe we could go to Syracuse. Would there be any... Nah, there's no real reason. We'll just stay at Acragas. We can actually head all the way up to Carali. We could go for the Carthaginian pirate fleet, which would be a fun battle, but I want to just heal up a bit. Yeah, I want to just heal up. So let's just go back into port. Now, it does say it's going to subtract -20 public order, but it only went down a little bit. It didn't go down by -20, so I think that's been over-exaggerated. Oh, at the start of your next turn. Oh, right. Okay. I take it back then. Maybe it will have an impact.
Yes.
I always do that. I click it and it just always pops up and I always click it away. Right, so with the extra ships, did we ever lose any of the assault ships? No, they're okay. So what we could do if we wanted to go to Karali, I always say Karali. I don't know if that's true, if it's just Karalis. But if we want to go there or Alalia to get the islands, it would be interesting to actually do a combined assault. I can't quite remember how it works. I'll have to look into it. But if you put an army onto a ship, we can go pretty far, get there, and then if we assault it, I can't remember how we get access to our troops. Like, is it the fleet that just goes? Can the troops disembark? The whole premise of the game when it first launched was, you know, they launched the game in 2013 or advertised it with the Siege of Carthage. And the cool thing there was like this naval invasion of Carthage, and you had a fleet, but each fleet had 2 ships, like each unit, I should say, sorry, had two units. 2 ships per unit. And I think the thinking was that some of them were warships and some were for the transports, and they ended up abandoning that idea. But I can't quite remember, like, if I combine this army onto that fleet and I go attack, do I only have access to my fleet? That could be the case. It might have to be the case that you have to separately on the campaign disembark. So I'll look into it. It's tempting to go for Carthage, but I'd rather go for something like Karalis. This would just be, we're not ready money-wise. I'd almost be tempted to get peace with these guys now. Can we even do that? Just so we can focus on, like, barbarians to the north or something.
Deliver your message and be gone back to your hovel.
You guys are crazy, man. That you don't want to maybe even consider that. I know you've got a lot of territory, but damn. You've lost a lot. The Carthaginian pirates have multiple fleets, yeah. Interesting. Can we get peace out with them?
I will listen.
No.
Right.
Alright, well anyways, we'll ignore them for a while. We are replenishing, that's the good thing. We want to get more ships. We do have some money. I'm just going to get 2 more ships. Pretty standard affair. We removed the naval ports that were here, by the way, so we no longer have the level 1 hulls for these new ships. We'll have to just get them ourselves. We're actually replenishing here, which is good. We'll just stay here. There's not much else to do. I'll fortify. It gives us extra defenses, 4% replenishment rate, and it increases the reinforcement range. So no problems with that. So not much to do down here. We're keeping an eye on Epirus to see how they're going to do. And we've moved up into Italy with Brutus so that we can... Oh yeah, we should get rid of those mercenaries. They cost a lot of money. 378. We don't need them now. Disband them. Get the money back. And we'll go here. We'll go into patrol stance. And then hopefully...
Ready for further orders.
No replenishment up here. Manpower shortage or local events. It might not kick in till next turn then. That's a real shame. Winter. Negative 40% movement range. Negative 3 growth. Negative 20% replenishment rate. Yeah, maybe there's just no way to replenish at the moment. Fair enough. Any movement from these guys? Still nothing. So I think what we'll do with these guys is start to recruit, replenish, and then think about going south. I'm going to actually merge some of the lower tier units here to kind of force replenishment, then disband some of the things we don't want, save on the money. So the Sicilian levies, we'll just merge them. Left with one that's quite weak, so we'll just get rid of that one. So what are these guys? We have Tarentine light hoplites, Italic levies, Tarentine colonist levies. These 3 can go. Right, so this is what we're left with. I'm happy to keep a lowish tier army, and then we'll recruit some fresh troops here in Italy, go back down, cross over, try to get a second client state, and yeah, see how it goes. Alright, so what do we have for these guys? So Brutus is leveled up. We've gone down the yellow chain of military logistician. Movement range, line of sight, ammunition, replenishment rate. Yeah, so we'll get one of each on the left side. So movement range and line of sight, that's all fine. But we'll get now the replenishment rate. And then he's got 6 zeal. We could try to make him like a good fighter, you know? So we'll go down the ferocious warrior chain. So extra zeal and morale for all units during offensive battles. So we're going to see if we can get him into the thick of the fight, which would be cool. Dangerous though, you know, he dies, causes political turmoil in his faction. It's a little dangerous. You're much safer to give zeal to your own generals rather than other parties, but we'll risk it. Speaking of risking things, What is our risk? It's 0. So we haven't lost anything. These guys are kind of unhappy. No, that's not too bad. Yep. All right. We're all good then generally. Oh, we've fallen back down. So it worked. The plan did work. I was trying to bolster these other guys. I would like to stay at this pip, but it's just a little unknown. You're always on the edge of, are we going to go up or are we going to go down? I suppose the sweet spot is just fluctuating between these two if we can. So, totally fine with that. Yeah, so we got some money. Let's build up our fleets here, or harbors. We're going to go with actual commercial ports in Rome. But we did mention this is kind of expensive. 3,300. I guess we just have to do it. So this will be an Arminum. So even though there is a fish resource here, and we could go with the agricultural fishing port, I think it's better to go with the harbor, because it boosts commerce and commercial wealth. And we're going to be speccing our governors to deal with commercial wealth and trying to build off of that. So that's at least the plan. We're at 6,000 there already, so that's pretty good. Sicily, not being taxed, gaining 16 public order. We are at negative 73, so I do think that Navy sitting in port might have had an effect, maybe. But I guess I'll just leave it for one more turn, and then maybe we can tax them after that. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this turn. We did get the technology here, naval maneuvers. So upkeep has been reduced, which is good. What else could we get? Upkeep costs are increased for all armies, but enables building of a training field and academy. Ship health, 10%. Ram damage for all ships, 4%. 4% is so low. I think I'll do more on the economy side again. So if we complete one of the tiers, we get 3 free food here forever. This one looks pretty good, actually. 2% tax rate, influence, loyalty for all parties. Yeah, let's go with that. Oh god, excuse me. What about this one? Growth for all provinces. Stadiums, aqueducts, growth and sanitation. These two would be good also. And then after that's done, these two and this one, then we'll do some more military things, I think. Alright. Just go over the events. On seasonal conditions, a harsh winter. That's hurting our reinforcement, I guess. Construction complete of the latrines, finally. Nice. So extra growth, sanitation, cultural influence, replenishment. Excellent. Character personality report. So Lucius Cornelius Scipio, a politician, has become obsessive in his older age. Focused, abstinent, and frugal. Now, Cornelius Scipio. It is this guy. It's not the best, actually, because he hurts public order. Is that what it said? Oh, hang on. It's not him. It must be his father. Or his son, perhaps. Or brother. 35 and he's 30. Okay. Brother, I guess. 15% public order penalties due to the presence of local foreign culture. Okay. Don't have to worry about it, right? He's not deployed anywhere, so I think it's fine. But it'll be one to consider if we do deploy him. Alright, we'll end the turn. I think that's pretty much it. So keeping an eye on Carthage. We'll see what Hannibal does if he goes back on land. If he doesn't, if he suicides himself, that's it. You know, GG. And then we have to look at the pirates, see what they're doing, and keep an eye on Epirus. Alright. Ooh, just have a few things to upgrade, I guess. Oh yeah, our fleet has actually upgraded again. The naval traditions. So, ramming bonus for all units during battles against blockading fleets. Weapon damage inflicted by all assault ships and melee attack. I did say that we wanted more missile stuff, but we can't get that until rank 4. Armor for all units. Health for all ships. Yes. Then, the general himself, Cursor. Ramming and maneuverability. We'll go with that again and level that up. We could also go military logistician. Upkeep reduction for all ships. Negative 5%. Okay. Could actually go with that maybe again. Replenishment rate, morale, ammunition for all missile units. I wonder, does that include ships? I don't know. Movement range, 5% movement range and line of sight. For a navy, quite important, I would say. But also missile damage. Yeah, let's go with the damage on missiles for the ships. Alright, so focusing on the ships for him. Papirius Cursor. Is that it then? I think that's it. Let's end the turn. Alright, I didn't actually get to see much movement yet, but let's have a look at what we got. So an increase in rank for Decimus Gabinius Seneca, a veteran, so one of our champions that sits in the army. Lucius Julius Livo has increased in rank as well, but before we... Oh yeah, I guess we'll just go through these events, fair enough. He's just leveled up, just chilling. That's okay. Pompeia Gamella has been exposed. Increase in rank for Illus Cesius Canis, which we know is the governor in Rome at the moment. That's sitting outside Rome. Rank 3. Alright, great. All good. Hannibal is nowhere to be seen. Oh, there he is. We can track him now with the war target, actually. Interesting. Yeah, it'd be interesting to follow where he goes. He seems like he's the faction leader now. Possibly because we killed the other one. Or that's just what Chopet means. Still don't know. Construction report. The fishing boats and the industrialized farms. So the unique buildings that are here for their respective resources have been completed. So we can easily upgrade them. They pretty much... Oh, actually, not in DEI. I was going to say they almost always only give benefits, but in DEI, I guess it's maybe a bit different. An early spring in Latium, that should mean we have good replenishment. It's not great. It's not terrible either. We could hop in here and gain more replenishment and do some recruiting, actually, straight from Rome with some of these units. Yeah, it might be worthwhile. I wonder when our reforms are going to be. It's around turn 40, I think. I think we're about turn 30 at the moment.
Ready for battle.
Right, so we'll step out with him. Doesn't seem to have affected the area too much. We'll hop in with you. Actually gained more money, being in here. Replenishment should be nice and full then. Before I start committing to this, you should really do a bit of a check on where everything is, just in case anyone's coming at me. Oh, there's the Empress army. I wonder, maybe they're going to make a play for Eulalia. Possibly so. Interesting. We could rush up there with our fleet and maybe get there just before them. And we could even do just like a launch a raid on Eulalia. 15 garrison. I don't know if I could really do much myself. I think best to leave it. We'll let them do their thing. That's why we have a client. If they expand, I guess it's fine. I kind of want these islands, though. I wouldn't mind them expanding into Greece, or even down here or something. Carthage owns this. That'd be great. I gave them the war target, which is heading west, and they're heading north. So, you know. A crisis manager. 2 public order per turn. Faction destroyed. Colchis. Colchis. If I'm not mistaken, wouldn't Colchis be this island here, I think? I could be wrong. Alright, not much else to really look at. Okay, we'll just be quick about this turn. So, we'll do some building. Actually, we'll do our recruitment first. Thinking about it, now that we're up here, I could hop across. What am I saying? We have access to the beaches. You'd lose a turn doing it, but... Certainly want to get there before them. Also don't want to be vulnerable to pirates that could knock out our transports.
Commander.
I won't be able to recruit if I make a run for it now. If I don't make a run for it now... So let's imagine we get like 4 units. Next turn we hop across. So that's 2 turns that they could make their way up. But we could at least lock it down with this fleet. We don't have to actually... we don't have to actually take it. Alright, that's the plan. In that way, we can actually land the army, take the town, and move across and come down and go for Carolee. That would work really nicely. Yep, let's do it. Alright, the plan has been formed. So we'll head north. I'm going to just get to... I guess we'll just go all the way. Just go here.
Set up a blockade.
Cursor is on the move. At the same time, we're going to do our recruitment in Rome.
Ready for battle.
So we can get some of the best troops, because we are recruiting from Rome, should we wish. But right now, without any of the reforms yet, it's still very early. We're just going to be getting Hastati, I guess. Of which, actually, we don't even have any. So yeah, we'll get Hastati, or we could get some Triarii. It's kind of expensive. We're trying to pinch a few pennies. What do we have here? Turini Assault Infantry. Ligurian men renowned as assault infantry. They're equipped with a scutum, javelins, and deadly light axe, similar to the Illyrian and Venetian tribes. Melee attack 9, 9, 12, 28 for the first 3. I just want to compare it to these guys. 9, 12, 28. So, not as good as melee attack or defense of the Brutian infantry, but way better charge bonus. I bet what they're really good at is AP damage, armor piercing. So they have 13. These guys have 4. So if you want to cut into armor, it'd be good to have a couple of these, maybe to break into some of the hoplites. So let's get a couple of those. I'll tell you what, I'd like to get the pikes, but I think more importantly we'll get some cavalry. 2 units of Camillan cavalry, expensive to maintain, high quality troops, but it'd be good to have, right? We're kind of low on cavalry in a lot of our armies. Okay, so excited about that. I don't think there's much else to do. That kind of did spend all of our money just very suddenly. We're gaining 22 public order. Yeah, so it was like 70 something. Wasn't it like negative 73? Now it's negative 69, so it definitely did pile on that 20 like it said it would. Good to know. But yeah, we'll just leave it now. So obviously our ships have left. They're not going to be pissed off, so they should gain really quickly. And as they gain public order, we gain more and more taxes out of the area, so that's great. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else to do then. Let's just end the turn. Other than upgrades. Always forget my upgrades. So Canis, which needs to be governor. Upkeep for all land units, local armies. Oh, that's kind of good, seeing as we're recruiting here. Okay, actually, we'll go with military overseer there. And we'll also go with economist. And in the economist tab, wealth from agriculture and building construction. Industry. Let's go with the agriculture, I guess. And let's give him public order from presence of military, I guess. Why not? Right, so, not to be a drag, but I'm going to recruit these again. We should have a little bit more money, because now that he has those skills, it should be cheaper, I think. 1, 2. Oh yeah, Principes. Actually forgot about them. But we'll get the Turini anyway. I'd have to compare, but it should have been cheaper. I didn't really actually check, but it's all good. Right, anyway, Decimus, who has military training in this army, we just want that to be better if possible. Unit experience gained for parent army. 10% movement range for the accompanying general. And then 5% experience gained again, plus another 5% movement. Excellent. Alright, extra authority. Yeah. Sure. Alright, next one. Legio 1 Latium. So, Latium have been doing well. They're... Oh, actually, sorry. This is Lucius Julius Livo. Yeah, my bad. Livo himself is upgraded. 10% wealth from culture in the local province. Reduction in cost of building religious buildings. It's fine the way it is. We'll just have a look down here. So, we have 10% movement range. Line of sight increase. Yep, let's just go with that. Ooh, we could just go with another one straight up. 15%. So, the max movement range. What else do we have? We do have the replenishment rate, ammunition. I like the sound of this one. Sworn bodyguards. What is there to fear when you surround yourself with skilled and intelligent men? So extra authority, which he's leaned heavily into. 9% chance of evading agents. Enables ability to raise banner. 15% morale for the commander unit. And 9% weapon damage inflicted by his unit. So make him a bit of a formidable fighter. Although it's not to do with zeal. It's more just like the bodyguard or the protectors rather than him being the crazy fighter. We could just level that up straight away to work towards that. So yeah, sure. Alright, and that's everything.
This is a time for
I'm gonna say no. Non-aggression with the Rutini. They're next to Massalia, military allies. It's good, it's fine. Blackmail. One of your family members is being blackmailed. Oh, it's Quinctia. It's our, the architect lady that we took on. She's being blackmailed. We could do nothing and lose some gravitas, or counter the rumors and lose money. I'll do nothing, it's fine. Sextus Antonius Dento has leveled up. A child has been born. Spurius Julius Silanus. Political intrigue. So this is what happened, really. It's that the gens Papiria family have opted to spread rumors about Quinctia, and we have let that happen, basically. The demands were refused, and your character's reputation has been tarnished. That's okay. Pirates have been spotted. Charmuthus. Wow, that's really far away. Okay, don't have to worry about that. War declared between the RDA and Macedonia. Wow, RDA being a bit ambitious. I love to see it. Roman village in Acragas is being converted now. Yes, cool. So now it's a Roman village with the focus of grain. Love it. And we can upgrade those. I'm thinking I really want to start saving my money to start getting some diplomatic favors. Interestingly, Epirus have made a move further west, and it looks like they're going for Caralis. Now, Caralis has 17 garrison, plus a general with 2 units in there. Phoenician colonists from Tyre. founded Corrales as a trading post during the same time period in which those colonists founded Carthage itself. Over time, Carlos grew to become an urban center with many temples, including one to Astarte and the Tavixidou necropolis, considered to be the largest Phoenician necropolis in the Mediterranean. Interesting. Yeah, so I just don't think they're going to be able to win that fight. But they might, if they go for them. They might. But what am I going to do? Come down and lock it down even here? Maybe. I really wouldn't like to risk it. And if we're the ones that instigate the fight first, if they do back me up, which they should, but they might very well not. If they do back me up, I take the town. And we're still free to cross over here with our transports. So I think we'll have to play it safe. We're like playing against our own client state. But like I said, I'm happy for them to get almost any territory that isn't here, like right in front of me, or these two islands. You could go anywhere else. Anything in Greece, that's totally fine. Anything in Iberia, fine by me. North Africa, here, that's fine. Just not right in front of me. But that's you're playing with fire when you get client states. Now, they do pay you a portion of their income, and the more towns they have, it's still somewhat of a benefit to me, but we don't want to get into a situation where they own one and I own one, and we're splitting Hellenic culture and Roman culture. That's not a good idea. Our units have been recruited, so that's all good. We can now bail.
We hunger for battle.
Oh, yeah. We don't have any supplies with this. We got to be careful. It is summertime, though, and then autumn, so hopefully we'll be okay. Godspeed. So that's at least 2 turns to get there. That's autumn and then winter, and our speed will be lowered even further. Right, I'm going to go down here to prevent them taking it as close as we are to Alalia. This fleet on its own wouldn't really be able to do it, at least not comfortably. So we'll change direction. Blockade Corrales. And just hold.
Blockading.
That's fine. Now, maybe to encourage, we could set a new war target on that location. So we're asking them to come with me, please. Just land and attack the city, or just stay right behind me and we'll be able to take it together. I'll be a strong betting man that they're not going to do what we'd like, but we'll have to try. Right, so Sextus here, the military recruiter guy. He's going to gain some experience for the army. It's very much the same as the other group, right? Gain 10 experience. He actually has a better starting trait, which is good. And 10% movement range when you're accompanying general. Further, yeah, sure. We're going to be able to move really far with Lucius. At least that's the idea. Now, I've got some money. I'm going to hold the money just for a little while longer, and then see if we can't give some to the likes of Massalia or just other neighbors that we want to have good favors with and keep the trade flowing. The RDA really would be a good one because they're so large. In fact, they're friendly with me right now. And so are Massalia, right? They're less happy. Okay, we'll go with them. Keep them happy.
Be welcome. If I can give you a fair answer, you will have it.
Right, 2.5 grand gift. A pretty decent gift, in my opinion. For their size, they've only got 1 town. They've accepted the offer.
Gods of Olympus.
Now, it's a... Really? Nothing? It should appear immediately. No... Oh my god. What about the Lusitani? Did it appear later? No. That's crazy, dude. 2,500. 2,200. What a waste of money. Oh my god. That's like almost a full turn's income. Damn, I'm just trying to do the right thing and keep my allies happy, you know? Be like, hey, here you go. Because they're at war with these guys now, aren't they? So they could use the money. They're at war with several factions. They do have 1 ally, though, so anyway. Right. I think we'll have to leave it there for this turn. And we should be able to do 1 more after this and see if we can't get a fight against Carthage one more time. Ooh. That looks like Hannibal, right? Oh, no, it's Maharbal. Maharbal's there, Hannibal's here. So another full stack, 20 out of 20. Almost in range of Akragas. Possibly in range, but we are in range too. So it's okay, and we're gaining. And this garrison should be getting better all the time now at the completed Roman village. So we're up to 12 units. And they're almost full strength. The town guard is full strength. The citizens are full strength. The slingers are almost back to full strength with the swordsmen. So that's good. Good. Should be able to defend this place no problem. Soon enough. Alright, let's end the turn and see what happens. Okay, there's a fleet approaching Corrales. Looks like they're going to engage my blockade. Ooh, it's an actual fleet as well. Alright, we'll back off. We'll back off. You can fight me at sea. I love how we back off way past these guys. These guys are so vulnerable. That's that fleet. It'd be interesting to see what Epirus do though now. This is the first faction in the turn order, so we'll see where they go.
This senseless war can end today, but only if you see matters as they are, not as you wish.
So they waged war on me, we never did anything, and now they're offering a peace treaty. Now, normally I wouldn't be that interested, but could we get you as a client? Probably not. Could we get a lot of money out of you? No. So part of me just thinks, no, you know, just leave them. We'll go back over later. We can use Epirus land to walk through, like their territory, and then just go straight for them, get another client state, bada bing, bada boom. However, one issue is they are allies with the Antigonids. But they're not here, so I don't think it's a problem. I'm going to say no. Alright, turn is over. We lost 354 men. Damn, that's on the fleet that's trying to cross over. Just straight up. Anyway, a rumor on the streets claims that soon there won't be any grain at all in Rome. Just how will the masses be fed then? The plebs are just disturbed by this prospect, and the spirit of discontent is in the air. Wait it out. Dispel the rumor with a speech. Give out the food. Full belly is a key to complacency. Or ask the patricians to donate food. We've got 9 surplus of food. I feel like we could give out some, but I don't know what's going to happen here. And you never know how the speech would go down. So yeah, try to give out food. I don't know. Right, so Epirus have confirmed the war target of this. They've started to move a bit further up, just slightly. They were like here and they moved up just a tiny bit. They're patrolling at the moment. So dangerous for them to do that because the enemy fleet is like right there, but okay. We'll look through all these increases in rank later. So our fleet is here. We could combine with these guys, and I think that would prevent them dying as they make their way over.
Ready for orders.
So how far can you guys go? You can go all the way to there. Okay, it's going to be hard to nail this, but I think roughly here. So let's just aim about there.
For honor and glory.
And hope they can kind of combine with the fleet, and that should alleviate the supply issues. If they combine. Now, this fleet doesn't actually have a supply ship on it, but I think if they literally get in there.
Yes.
Now we can flip to army view. Ooh, it still says they're taking attrition. Damn. Well, I can now also test the theory and see what happens when we attack this place. Do we need to disembark or not? If not, we can always just separate these guys out anyway. War declared between the Veneti and Massalia. Ooh, that's awkward because it's 2 of my trade partners now. Now remember, I've never waged one war. It's always been wars waged on me. And we have to have... Rome has to find a reason to go to war. Oh, our fishing ports have been done. Nice. That's good. Each of these are now generating 4 food. What was it before? Nothing. Did we run out of food then, just momentarily? Because this is 4, 8, 12, all done at once. And we only have 9. We must have run short. That must be the case, if that's happened just now. Well, with the extra money we have, I'm going to invest in our granaries. Now, we can get extra livestock or extra grain. I don't know which one's more important. 20% income from livestock ranches, or 24% income from farms. I reckon farms, because the fishing counts as farming. So yeah, we'll go with the granary complex. Alright. Don't have much money left. We have enemy transports here at sea. It looks like Hannibal has taken his seat of power back in Carthage, and Maharabal, I would assume, is now on the move. Yes. And he can actually reach there. Interesting. Yeah, land there. Let me take Alalia, and then we'll meet in the middle. Have a great old fight. Now, are we in range of both places? No. But you can't get to Panormus. You could, though. That fleet could. Oh, yeah. That fleet can go far. There's only 8 units in it, though. So I think Panormus is okay. Can you reach Acragas? No. Right. Can we find ourselves a spot between both? Where we're in range of both. I can move this spy now, by the way. I don't need them here anymore. Let's head out that way.
At your command.
So this is in range of both places.
Make haste.
And then we increase our range with the fortify stance, and that should be okay. Yeah, I think Syracuse is safe anyway. Right, just checking those regions. They're all good. These guys have a couple of upgrades. Just do these kind of quickly. So these are the governors down here. I did want to go down the commercial stimulation route, if possible, which is here. Now, to get that, we need this one. So, you, sir, and then you. Now, what else could we get? Wealth from agriculture. Obviously, in this region, agriculture would be good. But these guys are meant to go back to Rome. So, I don't want to go too far down that chain. And public order... Yes. Alright, so this other guy, same thing, I think. Yep, you can get that one. That's interesting. Loyalty to the party that rules this place. That's something oh, I didn't even mean to click it. I'm such an idiot. Oh well, it's in now. I meant to get this instead. But what I failed to actually talk about in this screen, which you never really look at, this is the current, you know, political climate that we have. Now we can look at faction over ownership, which is what we're on. Diplomatic situation, so the blue is our client state, the red is who we're at war with currently. Public order, how we feel about it. Regional wealth, so Rome is doing, like, Rome as a region is doing great. The province is actually pretty good too. Region growth, so Latium is growing nicely at the moment too. Political party affiliation, so our parties are actually divided. This is when if you have a civil war, these are the ones that would break away from us. So Latium is currently ours. Does it not tell? Oh, it tells me up here. Sorry, the gens Cornelia own Magna Graecia, and the gens Junia own Sicily. So presumably, if we get another province, it'll be going to the gens Papiria. It's broken down by who has the most on the Senate. So, yeah, we basically one is doled out to these different political parties. Anyway, if there was a civil war with one of these families, that family breaks away and they get given all the armies that are related to their family, plus maybe one or two new ones, plus all the towns that are in that territory. So that can be quite important. If you're realizing, like, suddenly, like, oh, my loyalty is getting a bit low, especially as we start to level up our influence and our imperium, you might actually want to use that to deploy your governors that can, like, ease the loyalty for a little while. Like 6 loyalty that you can build up in total is actually quite considerable, especially if you stack it. Anyways, right, I think that's pretty much it for this. Next turn, we're going to go for an attack there. And yeah, we'll just see how they react. I forgot, actually, you need to go back into Rome. I think he only gains influence when he's in there. Oh, sorry, gains experience. We're gaining 18 public order here. I think it's time just to turn on the taxes, though, down here. So turn on taxes. Yeah, you're still gaining 11, and we're just now gaining 5,900. So Sicily is now making more than Magna Graecia already. Wow. If I haven't built this place too well. It hasn't really grown much, to be fair, and it did say growth wasn't great. But yeah, Sicily already with the unique resources and stuff, doing okay, but population's rough, and it's declining. It'll get better once the culture flips, which is, it's 41% Latin now, actually. That's pretty good. And we're still gaining 2% each turn. Great. Nice. All right. Yeah. All right. Let's end the turn and see what happens.
Peace is not an easy word. Warriors speak of honor and glory.
Guys, I'll give you peace if you become my client. I'll let them know my intentions. And they say no. All right. Blackmail again. Agrippa this time. The husband of Quintiath, who was blackmailed previously. Again, we'll just leave it. We'll let the gravitas fall. I don't mind, because our party is quite strong anyway, and it's only going to get stronger, really. Right, so we took more losses on our naval fleet. Lessons are being learned here all the time, because... Oh, cool. We'll read this in just one second. Yeah, lessons are being learned all the time here. Are they okay now? No. So we really should have a supply ship with us. It seems like they just do not have the supplies. So transport ships don't carry supplies. The transport fleet can be supplied by a nearby city if a barbarian faction or a nearby supply ship for other factions. Ah, so we're not a barbarian faction, so that doesn't matter, but we need a nearby supply ship, so we really need to get one on this fleet. 100% campaign map movement range. Plus 100%. That's interesting. I guess they help you move in case you're just completely stalled and you have your army dying. Plus 1% attrition 15 morale negative and 15 movement speed negative. Damn. Right, so the enemy Carthaginian fleet is there, chasing us. The Epirate faction are actually raiding the ocean around them, which is nice to see. We have Maharbal just outside of Panormus. We have Hannibal now in the water as well. Transports. I don't know why they love getting into the ocean. I mean, they are naval focused, but I mean, without a fleet, it doesn't really make any sense. So, yeah, it'd be awesome if these two combined landed at the same time. We wouldn't have a fleet now to easily just take them down. We'd have a couple of garrison ships, I suppose, but for the most part, I might even just let them land so we could fight it out and have a fun battle.
Commander.
We're still gaining replenishment here. We're almost back up to full strength. The army has some silver experience. Love to see that. And how's the army up here?
Your orders.
Yeah, they're down to about 80% strength, I guess, right? So we have to be careful about that. So let's have a look at that message that popped up. Conflict of the Orders. Upon being given the free meals, the plebs are ecstatic. Excuse me, as they would be at any handout. They stuff themselves with bread and fruits, carrying off as much as they can back to their homes. The patricians discuss the scene with mild amusement and not much else. Excellent, so I guess I chose the right choice. Happy plebs. The plebs are in high spirits. 10% wealth for agriculture everywhere, and industry, and 4 public order everywhere as well. And the patricians are indifferent, so a little bit of extra loyalty for 8 turns. What a great event. I wonder if that was only possible because we had food. Now we've got 25, by the way, so I don't know what the hell just changed, but we now have significant amounts of food. Maybe it didn't calculate this until that was done, like for another turn after it. That seems weird. Normally in the game it would have it calculated on turn start, but I can't think of how you'd get so much food out of nowhere. We went from 9 to 25 in winter, of all things. If anything, in winter you lose food. Right, so households expand. Construction report. The grain pits were built and a Roman village. Let's look into that. The grain pits, 1 food. And the Roman village here for fish, 4 food. So yeah, nothing that would sway it that significantly. We've got good money now, 7,200. We're gaining 5,000. Things are really looking up. A new faction has risen again, Vetonis. These guys are really just sitting here as well, waiting to die. Yeah, we'll definitely hop across. I would be very tempted again to give Massalia a bit of money and also Epirus to make them a bit more cheerful with us. How do they feel right now? We are together in a war, so that's going to be constantly building things up. Oh, that's good. It's only negative 15. They're neutral. And the past war is at negative 32. But the current treaty is at plus 33, so that kind of cancels each other out. So a little gift here or there, maybe. Might cheer them up. Well, think about it. We're going to leave it for this turn. And this video, this episode, will be back in the next one. I'm going to do a little test and just see what happens if we attack that. Do we need to disembark the army or not? I just can't remember if they're separate or if they appear on land. I just don't know. So it'd just be good to test that, and then I'll just load it and just see. I won't actually fight it out or anything. But yep, next turn, or next video, we're going to go for Alalia, hopefully make a little bit of a base there, go south and go down towards Carolus and attack it from there. Meanwhile, Libo's going to hold Sicily. And the fleet, once we unload the guys there, the fleet can head back down and maybe try to intercept some of the guys here if they don't attack by then. So it's all to play for. We'll have to see what happens. All right, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.